panelists to switch on their camera. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonam Sandakar, and I welcome you all to the 231st webinar of our Saturday webinar series organized by Manage CIA. Manage CIA, an integral part of National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management, has been committed to supporting agribusiness startups. So far, we have mentored over 970 entrepreneurs and incubated more than 495 startups across various agriculture sectors. We are dedicated to empowering agri-startups by offering expert guidance and training in various subdomains of agriculture, helping them building sustainable and successful agribusinesses. As we celebrating International Women's Day today, we are proud to share that Manage CIA has incubated and supported 30 women-led startups, guiding and empowering them on their entrepreneurial journeys. Additionally, we are honored to celebrate women in startup ecosystem by dedicating 25 webinars only to women founders and women startup mentors, recognizing their invaluable contribution and inspiring leadership in shaping the future of agriculture and entrepreneurship. This day reminds us of the incredible contribution women make in every field, including agriculture. Women are backbone of our farming communities, and their strength, creativity, and leadership continue to inspire us all. Let us take a moment to honor and appreciate the women in our lives and in our industry who are driving change and progress. Now, let's turn to our attention to today's topic, which is both important and timely business plan preparation. Without further delay, I would like to invite Gina Paul to introduce our first speaker. Gina, am I audible? Hello, Gina, am I audible to you?
You are on mute, Gina.
Can you please on your audio? Okay. Hi, happy Women's Day to all. I'm Gina Paul from Team Manage CIA. It's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Ms. Nirmala Soni. She is a chartered accountant and business valuation professional, having 17 years of post-qualification experience in the field of accounting, auditing, taxation, cost management, payroll, budget planning. She is associated as startup mentor with Gwalior Smart City Incubation Center, E-Cell of IIT Bombay, RISE Jhansi, Madhya Pradesh Startup Center, Spark Sagar Startup Pod, Startup India, and JIC Jabalpur Incubation Center. And she has awarded with Top 50 Remarkable Women Awards for Dynamic Personality in Educational Field in 2023. And she serves as secretary in the Association of Valuation Professionals. We are honored to have you here, ma'am, today. It's over to you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Manage CIA, for providing me with this opportunity to share my views on the today's topic. And first of all, happy Women's Day. In today's session, we would be covering various discussions. How much women entrepreneurs are there? How much percentage of women entrepreneurs are engaged in agri startups? So we would be dealing one by one. Let me share my screen first. I'm not able to share my screen.
We'll check.
Make me co-host.
Okay, ma'am. Is it okay now?
Yeah, just a moment. So women in agri startups are growing rapidly, but still there is enough potential in this. If they get the right mentorship at right time, they would do wonders. whether my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible,
Okay.
but we are not able to see the PPT actually.
Now?
No, ma'am. Now it is okay, ma'am. Right.
Yeah,
We can
now
go
it's
ahead.
okay.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Can
So
you
in this,
make it as a slideshow?
yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's okay.
No, no, ma'am. Make it as a slideshow.
Yeah, I've made it as a slideshow.
Okay. Okay, we can go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So our today's topic is business plan preparation. So in this we will be covering women in agri startups. So as I said, they are increasing in numbers, but still there is enough potentials. If they get the right mentorship on right time, they will do wonders. So currently there is the women contribution as per the NSSO, National Sample Survey Office, now termed as a National Statistic Office, NSO. 46% of Indian agriculture force is of comprises of women, but only 13% have are engaged in the enterprise entrepreneurship. So they have started their own businesses. That is only 13%. But still there is enough potential. If this 46%, there is a enough gap between this 46 to 13%. So uh, to fulfill this gap, we should come up with the new means mentorship and what problems they are facing. Because of that, they are not coming upfront. So challenges faced by the women entrepreneurs in agriculture. So basically, they are facing various challenges. It can be a structure, financial, or social barriers. Like they are having limited access to the land and property. So because our laws are such that all the properties are inherited from father to son, not to the daughter. So basically, sometimes it happens, or even they are working on the leased lands, so they have to be, or male ownerships is there, so don't have the decision making powers, so they have to rely depend upon the man's. Even their financial constraints are there, because normally when we go to the banks or any schemes, the banks don't provide the loans to the miss lady. They will ask for the guarantors. Even they and the guarantors should be from the miss male guarantors. They ask if they don't find any guarantors, so they don't allow. They can be co-borrower, but they are first holder of the miss loan. They are normally banks don't provide, or if they provide, they will ask for the higher interest rates. So it higher collateral security also, because of their because they find that they do not have that potential. Lack of technical knowledge. Most of the women don't have the technical knowledge. Still there are many digitalization has happened, but they are not aware of that. Means how to means agriculture trainings are provided by government, but they are not aware of that agriculture training. And there is no even the training is arranged by any government department. Their participation is very less, because they have a family pressure. Sometimes they are not allowed to go out do business, so there are family pressures also. So even if they this because if they face these hurdles, they cannot be come out and have access to the market also. So the dealing with the how to deal with the external forces, how to get the right resources, fair pricing, how to go for the export business, they are not in a such decision making roles. Lack of digital and technological integrations, because they are not aware of the means most of them don't have the bank accounts, the digital payments. They don't know how to operate banks. They don't know how to write the check, so they have to depend upon the male members in the family. They don't they are not taking the decision. Even they are earning, they are not taking their own decisions. They have to depend on their family members, whether I should invest in gold, whether I should invest in, or I should start my own business. So they have to ask everything for with the family first. So there are various policies by the government, like Mahila Kisan Shaktikaran Pariyojana, Mudra Yojana support to the farmers. But still there is a enough means a gap in implementation in this policy, because the women are not allowed to go out, they are not updated with the technology, so they are not getting good opportunities. So if they get a right opportunities, right mentoring at right time, so they this have this the gap 46 13% gap to 46 to can be easily minimized. So there can be a good networking with the means good networking can be possible. If they attend the seminars or webinars, they can be good networking. Knowledge sharing webinars are there, so their knowledge will be upgraded, how to present their pitch deck, how to start their business, what investment, how with how much investment they can start their business. They can have the business strategy with them. With means suppose they don't have any idea, or they have the idea how to start, how to go with what machineries would be required at what time. They can be easily means easily know with their good mentoring norm. So even they can means if they have any passion, they can turn their passion into their profession. So it can happen only with the right mentoring. So there are few successful stories, like this successful story, Krishna Yadav. She is a founder of Krishna Pickles. This basically is from Uttar Pradesh, and the sector which she has chosen the only food processing and value addition. Basically, she is fond of means because of any financial strengths, financial problem. She started his own business from home only. Started making pickles. Now she is running a good brand, Shri Krishna Pickles, and employing 200 women. And here she has trained for 5,000 women entrepreneur. So with this example, we can know that if the skill development and training are provided to the means women's, they can easily transform their small business into a big. Like we also have the example like Lijat Papad, or we also have the example of like Amul Cooperative Society. They started from the very initial stage, but now they are working on a pan-India basis. There is one more example. We can take a fresh menu. She is also from Bangalore. She started. She has created a platform, online platform, so that this they can directly, the farmers directly get the she means directly get the resources from the farmers and provide to the means end customers. So the middleman, there is the no middleman in this. So the farmers also getting good prices, and the middleman means that the end users are also getting the good prices. So and the quality is also good and reduced wastage. So better for the thousands of customers. So with this digital platform, there is a bridge. The gap is narrow. So it have so through an online platform also we can increase the profitability. There are many examples we have seen in Shark Tank also. The mother or son duo, they are producing salad. They have created a platform for uh, for the salad, so that the salads can be easily distributed. There are a few other startups which are working like you have seen that uh, um, turmeric or any of the jamun, means the items which are or berries, which are items which are only seasonal items. They, if they are preserved properly, and they can be utilized afterwards also. So with the help of the technology, we can easily make a good business. So if they think to start any business, first of all, there should be a proper business plan. So if they have know the business, how to make the business plan, easy. Otherwise, they can have the good mentorship. So first of all, they should have the good name. What at which name they would want to start the business. The legal structure. Legal structure means No, they can start the business as a proprietorship, or they can start the business as a partnership or a company also. If they are starting at a small scale, they can start with the proprietorship, and later on they can convert into a privateship or public company, or private company or public company. There should be have a vision. There should be a proper vision that I would be doing the business, pan-India business, or I would be employing 5,000 employees with me. I would be training 10,000 women entrepreneur. Like such vision should be there always. Or there should be product brief review of the product. What product should be there? Whether they would be dealing with any honey product, or the mushroom products are there also there, saffron, or such products are there, or with the services, whether they want only to train or to guide such businesses, or only to create a digital platform for that business. What are the market audience, who are the target customers, whether they are focusing only the local customers, or they are focusing the college going girls, or export business, so or whatever. Who are the target audiences, they should know. They should have the proper survey of that, properly, whatever the business they are looking for. The financial highlights means how much funds would be required to start a business. Suppose they are doing any business of any means a small business, so they can start a business with 50,000 only, the dryer machine or the grinder machine. So with these two machines, they can start their business, and packaging and everything. So what would be the initial fund requirement? What would be the later fund requirement? They should easily plan their requirements. So they should have the market analysis of their products, whether it would be a demand for organic, sustainable. Like right now there are many products which are sustainable products, so they are good for the environment also. So basically, when we right now, when the many businesses started, the ECG factors is also taken into consideration, so that it would not harm the environment also. Who are the target audience customers? Farmers, retailers, wholesalers, or direct consumers. So like organic foods, right now, like after COVID, many are very health conscious, so they are focusing mostly on organic foods. So the organic food market is having a good potential, 20% CAGR. So immense. If anyone want to start a business, they can start on the business on this platform. Business model, where will be the business model of there, means whether it would be B2B, B2C, or means they are would providing to the end customers, farm to, means whether they are would be, it is for farmers, or they can distribution channel, what they want distribution, whether they want to sell their means products or services online only, or physical store would be there, like if they are selling, suppose mushroom powders. So whether it will be on a mushroom, whether it would be on online business only, or they would be having the store only, or whether they would be having only one product, mushroom powder, or whether there can be a multiple products with the mushroom. It can be a protein powder, it can be a means biscuits also. There are some biscuits also with the mushroom powders. Even there is some products from Avla. They can make multiple products. So like business, small business can be easily happen, which can benefit the farmers as well as the females and overall society as well. So revenue come from the selling organic vegetables through direct to consumer online platforms or farmer. So financial planning, once you want to start a business, so financial planning is very important. What would be the initial investment? How much initial investment would be there? You should know, means whether means with 50,000 your business can be easily start. So you can manage your 50,000 from your own, or you can take borrow from anywhere. Suppose you start any business, then what will be the break even point? Means with if you sell how much products, 10,000 or 20,000 products, say you are means whatever 50,000 you have invested in the business, that can be easily recovered. What will be the revenue in 3-4 years? Suppose you start in the business, right now you are targeting 1,000 units. Next year what will be your growth potential? Whether you would be targeting 2,000 audience, what will be 3,000 audience? So you should have your means a proper um, analysis, what will be your future projections of expenses or revenue. So how much will be grant will be available, what type of grant will be available, like if it is means any tech products, the grant will be available, or from which government websites, you can have to know. It's like startups mostly have the grants, means 20 lakhs grants is available for the startups by the government, and even the seed funding is available for up to 50 lakhs, which can be in the form of convertible debentures, convertible preferences. So you can easily approach them. Or there are various government schemes which are available through the startups, like Mahila Kisan Shaktikaran Pariyojana, राष्ट्रीय कृषि विकास योजना, मुद्रा योजना, startup India schemes. So startup India schemes is basically the special loans provided, and the loans is provided up to 10 lakh rupees. So you can easily avail this, and it is basically for the women only, women entrepreneurs only. So everywhere women entrepreneurs are means right. The government, the Modi government is also focusing more on women entrepreneurs. They are focusing Nari Shakti Karan. So enough potential is there, because women's since they can finance. If we take the example of a housewife also, they are the best manager, they are the best management, one can easily have the best knowledge from them also. They are multitasking, they are managing their finance, as well as they are budgeting, they are utilizing their resources, means what to be shifted to next month, how they utilize from minimum 5,000 or 10,000, how to uh, do the household expenses clearly. So if the women can manage house very well, they can manage business as well very well. So if they are getting proper mentorship, proper structure, guidance, they can easily grow very well. And there are various incubation centers or which have proper women cell, like if you go for Jhansi Incubation Center, they have a Manikarna, she rise. If you go for the Miss, I'm staying at Satna Incubation Center, they are basically have Nimriti programs are there, which is a 12 to 13 sessions are basically for the women's, how to do trademarks, how to utilize, market your products, how to use Canva, everything are they are trained, everything, means they are only having an idea, or are only having a product, but how to sell that product, how to do insta marketing, how to go means go on a digital platform, everything it is taught on the incubation centers. And there are in incubation centers, there are various mentors. There can be a financial mentor, there can be a legal mentor, there can be a IT mentors, so they guide them properly. So, and even they have the means workshops, skill developments, and even the industry connections. Like in MP, there are basically, I'm giving example of MP because I'm right now in MP. There are various schemes are going on in MP. So there are regional conclave in MP. So in this regional conclave or industry global summits, the startups have showcase their products, their even their products, means they stalls were provided to them to project their products, services, so they can get easily investments from this workshops or industry connections. So basically the challenges and what are the challenges faced by these women entrepreneurs, limited access, restricted resources. So this can only happen because the solution is only through proper mentorship. There are funding barriers, like a gender bias is always there in the, means if there is two investors, means there is two business, one with the male and one with the female. So normally the male miss sometimes it happens that the pitch deck they are presenting, they present in a well mannered, means or sometimes the women feel shy, they do not present, even though they have the good idea and everything, they do not means properly present their products or services, they don't get the investments and the work life balance. So every woman has to balance their professional as well as personal life. So if they balance properly, they can easily do wonders. So the women's, especially in agri startups, if they want to grow, they should have means they should be mentored by the professionals, professionals from NABARD, agri-tech firms, and women entrepreneurs who are working on these sectors. They can get the supports from the various schemes from the NABARD, Mudra Yojana, Stand Up India. Even there are various incubation centers basically working only for women's, women focused incubators are there. We have foundations. There is an Indian entrepreneur network also, which provides a mentorship, finding access, networking opportunities. So that's all. And these are my contact details. And thanks to participation for their participation, interact. So I hope I had add-on values to your thoughts. I would be grateful if due to my session and mentoring, any woman had gained advantage and she is now financially independence, because financial independence is basically very important for every woman to to take her own decision, to stand on his own feet.
Ma'am, thank you for such a comprehensive and engaging presentation where we discuss challenges faced by women entrepreneurs in agriculture in India, policy and government scheme we also shared, like the role of mentors we shared. We shared success story of women that startup that will help women to get success in their field. And also we shared business plan framework and challenges and solution and motivate women to start their business. Thank you so much for the presentation. And now,
Thank you, Sonam.
and now I request yes, ma'am. Now I request all our participants, please feel free to share your question in chat box. So we will address them after the second speaker presentation. Next, I'd like to invite Priyanka ma'am to introduce our
Thank
second
you,
speaker.
Sonam. Good morning, everyone, and happy Women's Day. I'm Priyanka from Manage CIA. I'm honored to introduce our second speaker for today's session. Miss Nidhi believes every individual is capable of extraordinary achievements. As a seasoned entrepreneur, she is dedicated to empowering business and individual to each to reach their full potential. With expertise in corporate training, LinkedIn profiles building, and business growth strategy, Nidhi has collaborated with leading organizations such as Google, Oracle, Instead, and Women. A dynamic and passionate public speaker, she delivers customized, impactful keynotes that inspire transformation. Nidhi brings energy, insights, and actionable strategies to every session, leaving a lasting impact. With this short introduction, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka. Firstly, a big thanks to you because you found me on LinkedIn, connected with me. And hi, everyone. My name is Nidhi. To all the women out here, a very happy Women's Day. I think every single day is a day for us, but I think it's nice that people take that time out and they pause to celebrate us. So, starting my session, I would just like to tell you where I come from. So I have been an entrepreneur for the last 23 years, and I have built businesses from ground up, right from an initial investment of $100, which in today's term is 8,000 rupees. Created value and sold those businesses. I started my first company in Silicon Valley in USA. I sold that company within 3 years. I started my second company in Singapore, and my third company, which was the first two companies were in the service space, the third company was in the e-commerce and retail space, product. I started in India. I spun that off in 2019. And since 2020, I have been wholly committed and immersed into the startup ecosystem because I love entrepreneurship. And my mission and my passion is to get a lot of homemakers, especially, as well as just women who aspire to do something more with their lives, to choose entrepreneurship as a career option, to understand that starting a business is not just about getting venture funding or getting money from somewhere and or having a big capital, only then can you start. It is really about having an idea or having a talent and understanding that everything can be monetized or can be created into a business if you build a bit of a structure to it. So you have to do it in a very methodical manner so that it is process oriented, it is profitable, it gives you money, as well as it allows you to grow, gives you that space to grow. And that at some point when you're ready to scale it, you can take it outside your house or you can do it from outside. But it means that you start aspiring to be an entrepreneur because somewhere you tell yourself that I don't have money, so how can I start a business? You don't need money to start a business, you just need the
Ma'am, am I audible to you? Nidhi ma'am? Please check your network connection, ma'am. Nidhi ma'am, am I audible to you?
can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. Yes.
let me just change my space. 1 second. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. Oof. Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible to you now, Nidhi ma'am?
Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you, but your video is not on actually. We can.
Okay.
Not
My
able to-
video
Yes, ma'am.
is frozen.
I think yeah.
Oh, okay. So nice. Okay. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
You can't see me. Doesn't matter. At least you can hear my voice. Hopefully the video will start coming. Let me see if I should
Right.
connect
Okay,
to my
ma'am.
hotspot. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. We can start actually. Yes.
Yeah, we can start. Let me see. I'll try and connect to my mobile hotspot.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Can you see the video now?
No, ma'am. Actually, but we can start actually.
You can hear. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys, these technical difficulties. But I hope I'm audible and my voice is smooth now.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, like I was telling you, that starting a business, right, or whatever you do, whether it's agriculture, whether it is food related, whether it is cosmetic related, any industry that you go to, one of the main things that I tell every founder to do for your own self, not because you want to raise funds, not because you want to tell, but for your own clarity of thought, build a business plan.
Nidhi, ma'am. are not able to hear you. Hello, Nidhi ma'am, am I audible to
That's
you?
going to help you to understand how you want to
Hello, ma'am, am I audible to you?
very, very simple one.
I think meanwhile we can take give you questions so that Nidhi ma'am can restart our session.
Okay, ma'am, we are just checking with her. Okay.
It's now she has done.
And now, yeah, I think she is there.
Can you all see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am, we can see the PPT.
Yeah, it's
You can,
visible.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
and can you hear
Yes,
me?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So basically, the idea of the pitch deck is to comprehensively put together a lot of strategic thinking around your idea. So these are some of the basic things, and I'm happy to share this so you can send it to everyone. One is, why are you starting what you're starting? What problems is your ideas really going to solve? So, say you have an agricultural product, right? Or say you want to specialize in millet based products. What problem do you see currently in the society, in the market around you, in the community, that you think that you want to solve? Okay, and you write that problem statement over here. Then you come down to solution, that through your idea or the product or the service that you're going to offer, how are you going to solve that problem? So you've created a problem statement, and it could be a couple of problem statements, right? That I'm trying to reduce the landfills by ensuring that there's proper waste recycling of the agricultural products. My products are made out of whatever, say wild grass. This is what I'm going to do. So what is the solution what is the solution you're providing to the problems you have stated? Once you've done that, you need to then create a document which talks about the value proposition of your product or service. So every single brand, every single business exists for something, for something unique that you're bringing to the world. There are 20 brands that sell toothpaste. Why do we buy a Patanjali toothpaste versus a Colgate toothpaste versus a Close Up? Why? Because each brand talks to us about their unique value proposition of what they bring in the toothpaste to us, and we see which one resonates most with us. Okay, I have a toothache. Oh, I have bleeding gums. Oh, I have sensitivity in my gums. So Sensodyne will work for me better because they position themselves as the toothpaste for sensitive gums or sensitive teeth. So I'm going to go to Sensodyne. I want white teeth. Which toothpaste will I go to? Oh, Colgate always talks about bright white teeth. So I'm going to go and buy Colgate because their value proposition is that our products bring whitening to your teeth. So every brand will sell their product with a value proposition that they bring to their customers. So you have to create for your own product or service, for your business, what is your value proposition? What are the great things you're going to bring on the table for your customers? How are you going to solve their problems? How are you going to delight them? How is your product different from your competitor's product? Okay, all of that will come under value proposition. Then comes competition and barrier to entry. To be able to be successful, we must read and we must keep our competitors close to us so that we can understand what their strategies are. We can understand what they are doing and how we can do things differently or give our customers more than what our competitors are giving them. So you have to study and follow your competitors very closely. So you will take 3 or 4 of the top competitors that you see are top in your domain. So you could take 2 which are like in top of the game. It could be like Reliance, it could be like Landmark, it could be whatever it is, Big Basket. And you will take 2 or 3 competitors who are at that startup point or have little bit of mileage ahead of you. Take them and do a complete analysis on them. What product offerings do they have? What price points are at which they are selling their products? What are their social media handles? What kind of advertising do they do? What is their value proposition? What is their ethos? What is their mission? You should know the life of your competitor backwards. That will allow you to understand how you are going to make yourself even better or more distinct from them moving ahead, so that it becomes easy for your clients or the customers you're targeting to switch over to your products because you are giving them better value than your competitions are. So one, you have to figure out how do the current competitors, the current products that are out there, how do they compare with your solution? How is your product or service better than theirs? Two, what is the barrier to entry for your domain? How easy is it for somebody to enter the same service area or the same business as you are doing? Or is it hard for them to get into it because of the technical expertise required, because of the IP that you have, because of something very unique that you have? And third, what category of competitors do you belong to? Are you in the retail space? Are you in the B2B space? Are you in the government space? This will give you clarity of your space where you're operating, a sense of what kind of customers you're after, and what are the things you need to do to make sure that you can attract your customers. And then comes a very, very important slide, which I call the bread and butter of every business, our revenue model. Every business that is done with a pure objective to make money and to make impact. Okay, you may not need the money. You may say that, oh, I'm not doing it for money. That's fine. But the basic premise of doing a business is to be profitable. And by profitable, we can do it through ensuring that we have great business efficiency, operational efficiency. We have a great product that you can sell at a good price. You have good profitability by keeping good margins, and you're able to create a certain capital base by using your profitability to continue to invest back into your business to grow and scale. So it is important for us to understand, how am I going to make money? Where will the money come from? Where will I find my first customer? What price will I sell my product at? Why will that customer buy from me and not from my competitor? All these are questions that we answer in our revenue model. So the first thing is, what kind of revenues are we trying to generate? Is it going to be a direct sales model, B2C? Is it going to be a B2B model? Is it going to be something where I'm catering to the governments, or a B2G model? Am I going to cater to exports? Am I going to take up 2 of these, all of these? What am I really going to do? Who am I targeting? Because for each customer segment, your marketing strategy is going to be completely different. Your value proposition, your brand positioning will be different for each segment. You can have a subscription model. You can have an ad-based model for a service where you get your money. And you are going to list all of this and do a very comprehensive, detailed strategy filling of this revenue modeling to understand that for the next 3 to 5 years, what are the revenue, where are you going to get your money from, which segment, what are your projections based on the pricing that you've kept, how much do you think you're going to get from B2C, how much do you think you're going to get from B2B? And once you've decided that, then you're going to figure out that where are you going to sell, Who are you going to sell to and where are you going to sell? So we are going to create a customer persona that if I want to target B2C, if I'm creating millet products for the B2C market, then who am I targeting? I'm targeting housewives who are conscious buyers when they go to do grocery shopping. They are the ones who are the decision makers for the products. And I want to appeal to them. So where will I find these housewives who would buy millet based products? Probably in little bit of premium grocery stores where they go to find organic items. What kind of age bracket are they? Where do I think they live? What kind of purchasing habits do they have? Where will I find them? What kind of social media platforms will I find them on? Is it on Facebook? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on Instagram? Where? Right? And then I am going to strategically build a strategy on how I am going to find these customers, in which platforms, and how am I going to create my ad or my marketing strategy to attract them to my products, make my products visible to them so that they get interested and curious about what I'm making, what I'm selling, and they will convert into a customer for me. Okay. So when I am building my marketing strategy, in my marketing strategy, I have to very clearly state, and this is what this slide will allow me to do. How does my product or service add value? It could be that it is a herbal product. It is an organic product. It helps you to maintain a good gut health. It helps you to eat healthy or snack healthy. It allows you to uh, have the goodness of homemade products without really making it yourself at home. Okay, so there are a lot of ways in which you can explain how your product or service adds value, and try and explain all of that in very customer the way you want them to understand. That is very important. And anyone who's reading your pitch deck should be able
Nidhi ma'am, we are audible to you. Nidhi ma'am, am I audible to you?
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Now I'm audible, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how it
But
got off.
we are
Okay. So,
not able to see that the presentation. Nidhi ma'am, am I audible to you? Hello, Nidhi ma'am, we are audible. I am audible to you. Okay, so meanwhile, we can take some questions. So I encourage participant to ask question in chat box, please.
Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Now we can hear you. Actually, you
Okay,
can
okay,
conclude.
okay.
We can start the Q&A session.
Okay. So I'll just finish
Take
this
time.
little bit that I have.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this lies last. Okay. So all I want to tell each one of you is that building a business plan is extremely important. Not again, like I said, not because you want to take funding, not because you want something for yourself, but because you want clarity for your own self. You want to make sure that you understand why are you doing the business. You understand what how you want to take this business to the next level, and because you want to understand how you're going to execute and get to where you aspire to be. If you want to start earning 50 lakh rupees a year, you have to make those milestone and you have to make the steps that will get you at that 50 lakh mark. How are you going to get there? That is important. And that is why a business plan presentation comes in very, very handy. So, with this, yeah, we will take questions. Priyanka?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for delivering such an impactful presentation where you tell us how we can find a problem and how we can find the solution for it. We talked about USP, competition, barrier to entry, how one can create revenue model and target market, and so on. So thank you so much. So now we will start Q&A session. I request participants, if you'd like to ask a question directly, you can raise your hand and we will unmute you. Otherwise, you can continue using chat box for your queries. So we'll take the questions now. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So there's one question from Priyanshu Pandey. He's asking, ma'am, in state like Bihar, women hesitate to start a business even when they have a great idea because of culture and social barriers. Then how can women tackle this situation?
You would like to answer me or Nidhi ma'am?
Yeah.
Anyone can answer, actually. Yes,
So,
ma'am, you want to answer this? Okay.
maybe I
You
can.
can both. Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay,
what
ma'am.
I'll say is I have worked with a couple of startups and a couple of collectives from Bihar. And I know that while, like you're saying, that there might be cultural and societal barriers, but uh, I think that's where now the ecosystem that the government is creating, right? By creating self help groups, by creating Atal incubation centers, by creating more of this mentoring availability, especially for women entrepreneurs or women who aspire to become business women, comes in handy because it is making it more acceptable and easier for them to move into entrepreneurship. So if you are still, I would say, struggling with how will my family accept it? Will they be okay with it? Me stepping out? That's when I tell the women that keeping your limitations in mind, if there are certain limitations you feel you don't have the capacity to fight with, if you feel there are certain limitations that you cannot do without, you cannot move out of, then keeping those limitations in mind, how can you still figure out a solution statement that can still allow you to start your entrepreneurial journey and build your business with those limitations intact? So, if you have limitations like I can't, because of the social barrier or cultural barrier, I can't step out of the house, can I start the business from home? Because nowadays you can sell just from an Instagram account. You don't really need to step outside to bring business. I'm telling you, my third company that I started, when I started it in India, for the first 2 years I got some of my biggest business accounts without ever going to a trade show or meeting any of my customers in person. Everything I saw there, I found them, I communicated with them through phone, through WhatsApp, and through email. So it is possible to do that because of the power of technology these days. So again, women can tackle this situation by understanding that sometimes we limit ourselves by telling ourselves that no, this is a limitation, that's why I can't do it. If you can maneuver around that limitation without resisting the limitation, but working with the limitation, you will find a way to do what you want to. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So our next question is from Ishwar. He's asking, what is the biggest flaw in your business model that you are deliberately ignoring, and how long before it destroys your startup? Nirmala ma'am, you want to answer this question?
Can you repeat
Is
Can you repeat the question? Miss, what I'm seeing the chat box.
He's
I'm not
asking
getting.
what. Okay, I am repeating the
what is
question.
the biggest
What
flaw in your business model that you're deliberately
Yes.
ignoring, and how long before it destroys your startup?
Okay. Okay, we can. I think we can skip the question.
No,
Otherwise,
I
you
can
know, we
answer
can
this
proceed.
also. I'll just put in a few words to this since I do so much. So I think one of the biggest
Biggest
flaws
flaw.
that most startups land up ignoring or land up being very blind to is that they don't make realistic projections. Okay, it's very important when you do your revenue modeling, when you're putting your revenue projections, to really put real projections which will make you think really hard and very creatively as to where you're going to bring the money from. That is why not putting fancy numbers, not putting valuation numbers, but putting real numbers that you think based on data that you are collecting, from the competitors, from the market studies, that what do you think is the prospect or the opportunity that your business brings. And again, if a quarter your revenue projections don't match, give yourself another quarter. If they don't match for 2 quarters, you need to go back to the drawing board on your business strategy and rework your numbers. Because it's very, very important to also know when to pull the plug so that you're not continuously pumping money and not making changes so that you start to actually become profitable. See, every business can be made profitable. I personally believe that. It's just that we have to be very aware and conscious about whatever we are seeing. We cannot live in denial. So, if your numbers are not speaking well, then you have to change the strategy and work differently to make sure that something else brings you those numbers. So, a business strategy is always an evolving process. It's not that I made it today and now for 10 years, this is what it's going to stay. No, I visit my business strategy every quarter to see whether I need to make changes based on the way the real situation is and the way the industry trends are changing, the way I'm getting new business or not getting new business. So that can really help you. So again, numbers speak louder than words. So please make sure that your numbers are very well uh, thought through and written, and they're not fluff. Okay, Ishwar?
I
Thank you,
would
ma'am.
like to
And
add on something.
yes,
Means to have a means not to means not to shut down your business. You have to keep on trying. And for the startup or anything, you once you start any business, you should have a proper team. You should not means it's not you doing all your business on your own. You are managing finance also. You are looking after sales and marketing also. You are looking after means socializing, digitalizing. So you should have a proper team so that everyone should have the proper responsibility, who would be doing the which task, and so that who would be responsible for which. So it can be easily means manageable, and it would if you have a good team, you can easily have a good startup.
Thank you, ma'am. There's one more question from Shyam. He's asking how to minimize compliance regarding our startup. It requires more fund.
Sorry, what is it? My question is?
He is asking how to minimize compliance
Oh, compliance regarding a
It
startup.
requires more fund. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Compliances regarding a startup, it depends upon the which legal form you are working, whether you are working on a proprietorship, whether you are working on a as a partnership or a private limited company. So legal compliances are basically are from means income tax point of view, GST point of view. So if you are working on a food industry, so food license you have taken or not. So all this or if you are employing 20 or more employees, then whether PF, ESI compliances are done or not, done in time or not. So it depends upon the nature of work and nature of a industry in which you are working. So compliances would be depending upon the industry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. And we can take one last question from Aditya Kumar. Is asking what percentage of agriculture workers globally are women, or what are some initiative to promote women's leadership in agriculture?
What percentage?
He's asking percentage, yeah, of agriculture workers and globally are women, or what are some initiative to promote
So
women's
as
leadership
I
in
presented in slide also that 46% are women in working on agriculture, but only 13% are in entrepreneurship. So if they are getting proper mentoring at time, and they can this gap can be easily minimized. So you don't have very much big idea on anything. Means I have seen a startup. She is only selling from small avla. She is making avla candies like this 25 items from avla burfi and everything. So even if a small idea, you have a small idea, you can easily grow a better, good, profitable business.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So as we approach to the end of today's session, I want to remind you that if you have any further questions, you can reach out to our speakers directly. The contact information is available in the chat box. If you missed any part of our today's discussion, you can watch this webinar in our YouTube channel. Additionally, follow us on our social media for updates, resources, and more enriching content. Before we conclude, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our speakers for sharing their expertise, to all of your active participation, and to our director, Dr. Savan and Raj sir, whose vision and support have made this 231st webinar possible. I would also like to thank you, my team, for seamlessly organizing this session. As we wrap up, I kindly request all participants to take a moment to share your feedback on today's session. The link is available in the chat box. Your input helps us improve and serve you better. Don't forget to register for our upcoming webinars. We look forward to having you join us again to the next week for another engaging topic. And thank you once again for being part of the session. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. And to all the incredible women out there, happy Women's Day. Let's continue to celebrate and support each other in every step of our journey. Thank you so much. And once again, I thank the speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I apologize for the issues with my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear certain parts of it. I'm happy to share the PPT if you need the titles for the deck. But before we sign off, I just want to tell each one of you, I work with so many startups from across India and globally, and I'm telling you, agriculture right now is one of the best spaces because the world truly needs efficiency in this segment. There is so much that can be done through great innovative ideas in this space. And I believe that if you are thinking of an idea which is in the agrotech, agricultural space, you are in the right space. Just make sure that you do your due diligence, your business strategy preparation. If you need to hire a professional to help you through the thinking part of it, do that, so that you have a very high chance of success, because you will see success very easily in this field, because it's almost like we are just scratching the iceberg, you know. And there is, anything that you do can be very innovative and be absolutely wondrous in this segment and be a huge contribution to the community and the world. So keep at it. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We can conclude the session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.